in the society. It's one of the things you do when, as well as being part of Littleport Spiritualists, you're also the deputy to our esteemed principal minister who says, "Oi, sort this one out." And of course, we started chatting and we talked and we was off and on and communicating. And then the pandemic came and he carried on his training. And then the principal minister did the first ever, for the society at least, online ordination of a minister. And we carried on talking and communicating and working together until tonight, when we actually met for the first time. Well, actually, it was around about 4 o'clock, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
4 o'clock. So that person is, of course, Rev Tony Swindells. And I am sure that you have all been watching online and know who this lovely lady is.
Oh, lovely.
It is Jean Pearson! So do give them your love, your upliftment, and your welcome. And of course, welcome to everyone online watching with us live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter tonight. So remember, we're live. Please do not swear. But we know the biggest troublemaker from our online congregation is actually sitting in the hall tonight. So we're all right. It's a pleasure to have you here. It really, really is. And to be born to the purple... Well, I am, but not in the online congregation. But it's lovely to see that you're in theme and in tune with the purple too. So it's wonderful. So everything's purple, apart from me. That's more to do with laundry than anything else. We should never air our dirty linen, but what we should air is our thanks for being able to come together. And that is the point of prayer. So let us join together and give thanks for coming together in our opening prayer. As we say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, we thank you for the opportunity to come together as friends, to unite under your banner of love and hope and friendship, to witness the proof and the truth that life does go on. We ask for a blessing to be placed on each person here present and all those watching at home, and all the friends and family that all those people represent. And of course, Great Spirit, we ask that you send your love and your light and your ministry of angels to guide, to assist, and watch over our mediums tonight, your instruments, your servants, who are here to prove that life is indeed eternal. And as we place this service in your care and keeping, we make the statement as ever, that everything we do is in the name of love, in the name of truth, and in the name of light. Amen. Amen. Well, friends, of course, this is the time in our service where I come up with a few words of encouragement, upliftment. Sometimes it's soapboxy, sometimes it's very, very geared around scripture. Sometimes it's very, very geared around life. Tonight, it's a bit of all of the above, and you'll find out why shortly. You see, friends, since the beginning of the pandemic, we've all known and understood that macrocosm of life has been boiled down into a tiny little tablet called home. Everything that we experience in life, everything that we've gone through in life, has sometimes felt heavy, has sometimes felt light. But we've always found a way of getting through, because we can step out into the world, reach out into the world, see those people we know, see those people we love, see those people that wind us up and we really want to give a clip round the ear because they keep nicking the seat on the bus. All of that wonderful thing, that experience of life, whipped away. And although in the beginning, no pun intended, in the beginning there was upliftment, that soon boiled. Where support was there, it became aggression. Where hope was there, it became annoyance and frustration. The macrocosm of life all boiled down into soap operas shortened to 20 minutes and people joining TikTok just to get through. But of course, life is not a macrocosm, and life is not something that you can define as one small thing or one great thing. Life is just life. And we have to keep moving forward every day. We have to keep fighting every day. We find people to interact with, those that are like us, have a similar interests. And that opens our hearts to new ideas as we open our ears and our minds to newer ways of thinking. Now, during the pandemic, obviously, we could not meet in this hall. But we continued by working online. And I actually served more churches during the pandemic than I have done in the last 3 years alone. And I went and served a church down on the south coast, Weymouth Spirit of Light. And I enjoyed it, and they had a wonderful idea during their service. Such a wonderful, beautiful way of showing the healing silence during their demonstration that I stole it. And of course, I adapted it to us a little bit by adding our own prayer, and our own prayer grew during the pandemic into its own shape and form. And I stole that wonderful video that Reverend Oliver stole. I stole it from Reverend Oliver. And she had a wonderful idea of these wonderful candles, and I nicked it and I used it. And then, of course, another minister in the society saw it and thought, I like that too, I'll nick it. And then, of course, prayers would change, words would change, things would be said, and we'd all share it amongst each other. We'd all nick it from each other. We'd always give each other credit, but we would borrow and beg ideas and share ideas and concepts, ways of working, ways of growing, ways of helping people. We had to work out a very interesting way that Reverend Lynn finally landed on in order to do a remote ordination, which ended up with something being sent through the post to be placed on someone's head. And that was entertaining and uplifting at the same time. And I know, Tony, that you had a wonderful experience in that ordination.
Yes.
But it doesn't end there. One of the things that Lynn always used to say in my development is wait till I get my hands on them. And it meant good and bad, I will be honest. But of course, we've been waiting through the pandemic to get our hands on you, quite literally. Because we are now going to join together, and then Reverend Lynn is going to say a few words as we give a blessing to your ministry with the laying on of hands that we can do together. And so we say, Reverend Tony Swindells, may you and the work you do be a blessing to the world and the people around you. May the work that you do be a light in the darkness. And when you climb the mountain yourself, may your ministry be a tether to all those who wish to climb the mountain and find that strength to do so. As we name and proclaim Reverend Tony Swindells, Minister of the New Christian Spiritualist Society, may your ministry be blessed. Amen.
Amen. Amen. You always do this.
I always find a way of doing something to wind him up. And I believe Reverend Lynn would have something to say while I do something else.
Well, Reverend Tony, it may be late to welcome you, but we'd like to welcome you And I think that your ministry so far has more than exceeded any expectations that we may have had. And they were high expectations because we saw how you applied yourself to the study of the ministry, and we were just so pleased to welcome you. But you yourself have gone over and above what any minister would be expected to do in the service of others. And you are indeed a model, I believe, for any spiritualist minister anywhere in the world, never mind our own society. And the way in which you have conducted yourself, and specifically for what is now called the LGBTQ, etc. Groupings. I don't want to miss anybody out.
The whole alphabet.
Yeah, the alphabet, indeed. So basically, you have been a shining light to all those who have felt themselves marginalised by society, have felt themselves to be not good enough, perhaps. And I know that your ongoing work, although it's secular in content, because it has to be, because you minister under that banner, anybody of any culture, any religion, or none. But at the same time, you are infusing that with your own spirituality and your spiritualist philosophy, and you are living that. And I think that you have shown a wonderful example to anybody who is thinking about coming into our new Christian Spiritualist Society. And I think that, you know, by your work, you are increasing our stature. So I thank you for that very much. And I think that I know that you've told me that you're having some problems with somebody who is the landlord of your LGBTQ, etc. Place where you help people. And I think that those upstairs in spirit will make sure that they will put him in his place.
Yeah.
And hopefully they will put light where there is darkness in himself, and they'll put some understanding into him, because that's what we're all about. But thank you so much, Reverend Tony, for everything you're doing for our society. And I would just invite our audience here, our congregation, to give you a round of applause for that. I trust that you'll all have a very nice service now.
Thank you.
And I'll go take my seat. Thank you, Reverend Nick.
You can.
And of course, there is literally a phalanx of ministers here tonight, for we have from our March branch, I love saying that, Reverend Barbara Price as well. So you can compare notes about how you can wind me up in the future. But of course, no special occasion is just without a special memento of the day. And of course, we all know from when I do my closing prayer, in fact, that somebody borrows that one as well. Reverend Tony likes our closing prayer, which is why it was included in your blessing, that we ask not that you move the mountain, just give us the strength to climb. Yeah. Not something that I was inspired to create myself, but I stole from a 1950s singer in America. So everything's recycled here. As a memento, we have this for you of that particular phrase. But of course, it doesn't end there, because you nicked something else as well, didn't you? You nicked the healing prayer at the bit at the end that I had, because I nicked the healing prayer off Reverend Lynn. Reverend Lynn nicked that off somebody else back in the day.
I did not.
Acquired, was gifted.
I was given that from Spirit. Thank you.
She nicked it from Spirit. And I added my bit at the end, and now you borrowed it as well. So, There we go. So there's those. But of course, we all know. Now, don't panic. You're all right now. We all know that, of course, when it comes to the great stories, the great adventures, there's usually a gang. I mean, there's B.A. Baracus as Mr. T, and there was Hannibal and Face and Howling Mad Murdoch. Mm-hmm. And we know, of course, that you have your own Mr. T in the sense of Michael, who's ain't getting on no plane. So you, of course, will be sharing those. But we also must remember the other voice that shares the platform with. To mark the occasion, we also have some flowers there for the lovely Gillion.
Thank you.
So there we go.
Thank you.
And after all that, your mediumship better be good.
Yeah. If not, we're taking them back.
And put them somewhere safe. So, friends, there are occasions when you get away with me not doing too much philosophy. And that was it, because we're 10 minutes ahead of schedule, which is perfect, really, to do some notices. Something that I stopped doing during the pandemic, because nobody had got any exits in my bedroom, and you all knew where your own exits were online in your own homes. But should we need to evacuate the building, our exits are, of course, here, and through here. And, of course, I have an announcement to make of an up-and-coming event that I did absolutely nothing to help organise, other than slow it down, maybe. The Ray of Light Spiritualist Healing Group. We know the lovely two people over there who look after us every week. They're always being so kind, and they're always being so tolerant of me saying, yes, I'll chase those dates. So in the end, they went and got the dates themselves. And at 4 p.m. on Sunday, the 14th of November, on behalf of this church, because, and I can't, you know what, I'm not even going to say on behalf, because you're part of this church. So it's not even on behalf, but you're running it for this church. Bring your yoga mat and blanket. Come and experience the healing vibrations of a gong bath. Limited numbers, please book your space. See my two lovely friends over there. It's a gong bath, and I'm really excited. I'll be honest, I'm going to be perfectly honest now. When we had a special event here once before, Alan wanted to bring his drums. Me being me, oh yeah. He knows this story. It's not going to be a surprise to him when he gets back from picking his table. I thought, yeah, that's not really going to do. It'd be very nice, very, very aesthetic. Oh, it was amazing. I swallowed every single word. It's brilliant. And I now have several drums myself. And so now we're having a gong bath. So I'm really quite excited to see what vibrational frequencies that brings. So I will be here with the keys to make sure everyone can get in. But do see my two lovely friends from the Ray of Light Spiritual Healing. And they've got a lovely Facebook website, Ray of Light Spiritual Healing too. And so do see, Mum said you've got tickets, I believe.
There's no tickets, you just have to have Facebook or messages. You just need to get there.
There we go.
I've got tickets here,
The adverty things. Little, not tickets, but little adverty things. That's the technical term that I'm using right now. Oi. Well, usually at this time I say we're going to have a reading. And usually at this time I say it's hopeful, it's guaranteed, it's the wonder of spirit that reading will follow on from the philosophy of this service. Good luck, girl. As we now ask Samantha to come and give us her reading.
I hope this ties in. It's called Keep Going, and it's by Edgar Guest. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh. When care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is queer with its twists and turns, and every one of us sometimes learns. And many a failure turns about when he might have won had he stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Often the goal is nearer than it seems to a faint and faltering man. Often the struggler has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup. And he's learned too late when the night slipped down how close he was to the golden crown. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint to the clouds of doubt. And you never can tell how close you are, and it may be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when you're hardest hit. It's when things seem worse that you mustn't quit. Thank you.
Brilliant. You have no idea how well that tied in. Any relation? Probably. Guest is wonderful. Oh wow! Thank you so much. Wonderful. Jack, are you ready?
Yes.
Excellent. Because now we've talked about the healing prayer that I stole from Lynn that she did not steal and added to and he stole. I was joking, by the way. We share, we don't steal. We do give accreditation. As Reverend Allen always says, if you give credit, you can't get done for stealing it. But of course, now is that time where we borrowed those wonderful tunes and candles from Ashley Oliver down in Weymouth, and the healing prayer that I've known as the healing prayer my entire life as a spiritualist since I met Lynn in 1998. And so let us join together and send out our healing thoughts to all those who are sick and suffering in need of comfort. We will begin, of course, with that so now famous prayer and end with the word Amen. As we say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother God, here we bring unto you all those who are sick and suffering and in need of comfort, be they sick in mind, body, or spirit, that it may please thee to heal them. This we ask for those we know, for those we do not know, and those who have no one to ask for them. We ask for them now. Amen.
Amen.
Well, friends, about 7 or 8 minutes ahead of schedule. Last week you had to endure an entire evening of me gas-bagging away, but now is the favourite part in the service for everyone, where I sit down, be quiet, and hand over the service to someone else. Of course, should Tony or Jean come to you, please answer in a clear voice, yes, no, or don't know. It's not for their benefit or Spirit's benefit, it's for ours, we're nosy. But of course, do send your love, your upliftment and your kindness to them throughout this service. As I say those magical words, ladies and gentlemen, friends and everyone in between, or as the as Lynn was saying, and anyone in the LGBTQIA ETC, we should try and get that trending, you know. Add ETC at the end so that it includes etc. You know what kind of night it's going to be like. I'm sure many of you have seen them work before. Friends, give a big Littleport welcome. Rev Tony Swindells and Jean Pearson! Over to you, my loves.
Go on then, I'll get up. Normally Jean gets up first because I've done the philosophy, but of course here you don't get to do the philosophy.
You can if you want.
No, it's fine. I don't think I've got anything left in me after you sprung that on me.
It keeps getting bigger every time, doesn't it?
You've been told that before.
Is there any need? Well, I've got 4 people wanting to speak to me at the minute, so hang on, let me just get myself sorted and I'll get them in order and see who wants to come through first. Lynn, can I speak to you, please?
Oh, yes, thank you very much.
Right, because...
You'll have to speak up, Tony, because I'm deaf.
Squeeze your lemon, love.
Okay. So I have a gentleman's energy that wants you to connect from the world of spirit, and this gentleman, as he's connecting with me, I feel he's a very stand-up gentleman, shoulders back, do as I do, not as I say, do as I say, not as I do, and a very sort of, he likes things regimented, and he likes to have everything in order and planned as it's coming through. And this is just how he's presenting the information to me as well. It's very to the point, direct, and wouldn't take no prisoners. And he's saying, and you too, which for me means he feels you're very much the same as that. You say things as they are, because what's the point in waffling when, you know, you can get the message there in 3 words, why use 30?
Yeah.
All right. He's coming through with a very strong paternal feel for me, which is father, grandfather, but that link. And he's coming through with ever such a lot of love and respect. And I feel the word respect to him is something that, I don't know, it feels like there's a bit of a conflict there, and I don't know why, but respect is given, not earned. And, you know, and I don't know why he's emphasising that point to me, but he's emphasising it not for me to understand, as long as you do.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. I know we've spoken before, and you've got issues, and he's bringing lots of healing around you as well. But he's talking to me about, at the minute, you need to take a deep breath and just keep marching forward, because the road's a bit, like Nick says in his prayer, it's a bit rough and bouncy at the minute, and we're not quite on an even keel. But he's saying he's doing everything he can from the world of spirit with the spirit army that are around you, and that's just how they feel. It's an army of spirit that have all linked arms, and it's like, come on, girl, we can get there, you know. He's given me dates, and if I get a date, I can be, I don't know why, we've tried. He's given me the 24th of a month, so around the 24th of a month for birthdays or anniversaries. But he wants to acknowledge the month of March has been significant as well for something around you. And he's talking about 6 connected with the family.
Yes, I have 6 children.
Right, bless you. And he's just saying that the fight you need now is the fight you had years ago, when you had everything that was been thrown at you and you didn't back down then. So don't back down now. You've got it in you. You just need to find it again. All right. Okay. He's not giving me much more, sweetheart, but as he's leaving me, I've got to, I'm lighting candles. I'm lighting candles. I feel candles must be very important or significant, because he's giving me candles. All right. And, okay. And it's talking about, oh God, I can't see what that is. It looks to me like I've got a Maltese cross that my mum gave me, but it looks like that, but it isn't, and I can't tell quite what it is, but it's something that would be worn around the neck, and it looks like I say, a Maltese cross with lots of points on it, and I don't know what it is. So
it could be a Star of David.
It could be, because I can just see the outline of it. I can't. Yeah, interlinked. It could be, but all I can see are the points coming off it. I can't see.
When you went like that.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you. Okay then. Well, he's leaving me with that for you, Dave.
Well,
Sweetheart.
thank you very much indeed.
He's just said David. Would you understand a David?
Yeah.
Thank you. Because just as I was sitting down, I said, thank you, David. And I don't know why. But there you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bless you. Thank you.
I am coming to you with green in just 2 minutes. But Lynn, can I just say to you, sweetheart, that for some reason while Tony was talking, the singing the hills are alive with the sound of music. So I know that's got to mean something special.
It's very, very significant, because I was with somebody today whose name was Von Trapp.
Oh, wow.
There you go, then, sweetheart. I'm not singing, I can't sing very well, but that's what they give me, darling.
And it was mentioned by Kathy, who is looking in.
Right, as long as you can understand it, and also I've got to give you the French connections as well.
Yes, unfortunately I do have a French family as well.
Right, well, there you go.
They couldn't help being born there.
None of us can, can't we? Scottish, what do you go?
Not our fault where we're born.
No, it isn't, it's real. You decide to have, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I'm going to leave you with them, darling, because when Tony was talking to you, that's first thing in the
much,
fetch. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Can I talk to you in green, please? Yeah. Do you want to talk back to me? What if you don't talk back to me, then not back? Don't know. All right, I think I'm talking to myself. But I've got to come to you, sweetheart, because I've got a lady what comes very close to you, and I do know she would be on that motherly link. All right, very much alike in a lot of different ways. She's telling me. But as I'm looking at your hair, and I know her hair would have been the same colour. But don't take this personally, because I'm not. But I don't know if she had it more permed or tucked back more, but it was like thicker than yours, if you can understand that. All right, you're going to speak for you. You're together.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good to bring somebody along, because I'm seeing her hair's thicker than yours, darling. Okay, as it comes in here. And I know, bless her, she's got a lovely round face. I've got a round face, but can't remember. That's the face I can see. Okay, she's got a beautiful smile, and she's coming in, darling, and she's coming in with lots of healing for you, Minette. Because what she's saying is that you need it both physical and emotional. Can you understand that, darling? And she's saying, stop being too proud. It doesn't hurt to ask for anything. You know, there's always somebody there that'll help you. Just stop being proud, sweetheart, okay? And as she's talking as well, I've got to give you the month of July. There's a birthday in the month of July, okay? She's not giving me a date yet, but she might go as it is. But I know I've got to give you the first of the month as well. She's taking me to the first of the month. Okay, darling? As she's talking here, I'm here, I don't know. I'm hearing Dolly, but I don't think, and the name's Dolly, I don't think it's Dolly. The name I'm more Dolly the Pegs. You remember the pegs, what we used to call dolly pegs again? The wooden ones. And she's fetching them into, I don't know if you've got a mem, because they keep singing memories. I can't sing it, but memories, that. So I don't know if you would have dressed these dolly pegs up, the clothes, or you'd be going back in memories. You'd be looking back, because you're singing that song as well, sweetheart, okay? So I don't know if you've had the photo album, or you've just been reminiscing about the past and things like that, because that's what I'm fetching in. She's also fetching in for me. If I talk too fast, tell me to slow down, because I'm talking faster and faster. Aren't I? I don't know why. I can't keep telling them to slow me down. That's Scottish in me. But she's showing, darling, where there would be a photo, what you've just changed to a frame, or you're thinking of changing to a new frame. And I'm showing you an oval frame, sweetheart. So I don't know if you're altering a photo into an oval frame, or you took one out of an oval frame. Let's have a job actually putting me in. You're out. Yeah. Because she's showing me this frame, and I know it's being swapped about, okay? And at the same time, I don't know, bless you, she's showing me a little prayer book, darling. You know, like I had when I got married, I gave her my bridesmaids a little prayer book, the white little prayer book. and she's given me one to give to you, sweetheart. So I don't know if you've got some of them or you know where there is some. Okay, she's fetching them. All right, darling. I've got to, I don't know my flowers, I ain't got a clue. But I'll throw flowers at you. I only know the basics. I'm honest.
Yeah.
I don't want to give flowers I don't know. So I'm giving you a posy of flowers, darling, okay? And it's the perfumed ones, so it's the perfumed ones what really mean a lot to you. Okay? I know me odd, my daffodils, my tulips, my roses. I know them. But anything other than that, you've had it. All right.
Oh.
Right, as long as you can understand, darling, it's for you to understand, not me. But she's coming in with them. And can I also say, I don't know where I am. I've got to give you the snowdrops. She's telling me snowdrops. I know snowdrops must mean something. They're the little things, aren't they? I've got them in the garden now.
Yeah, little white ones.
They're lily of the valley, dear, but they look the same.
Well, they look the same.
Ish.
I've got to give you the little snowdrops, sweetheart, okay? And this lady's telling me you never would put red and white together. So she would have been a bit superstitious, a bit like my mum. Put red and white together. No, it means somebody's going to...
You know what's it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she never did that. So I know this lady would have had some to... Can I put it? So it's not supernatural, that's one word.
Superstition.
That's it, superstitious. Where she would have like, don't walk under a ladder. You see one blackbird, you have to see two. And things like that, she's coming in. And as I said, blackbirds, darling, I do know that there would be where you would have the blackbirds around the home and things like that. So there would have been quite a lot what come, what she must have fed the birds. All right? And then while you sat there, I've just seen a black cat crawl around your feet as well, darling. So I do know there must be cats amongst the family. Okay? She's given me a cup of tea, but she would have only had a cup of tea and a cup and saucer. Give her a mug and oh no, you know, cup and saucer. And I'm not saying she would have had finger out, but that's, you know, you lift cup and saucer and that's the type of person she would be. And she's giving me a sugar lump. So I don't know if she had sugar lumps and not sugar, but it's sugar, but you know what I mean. So she must have had that as well, sweetheart. Okay, because I've got the tongs to pick the sugars up. So she would have also had the little Kuwait thing sets, because she's giving me all this, all right. And she's got a beautiful china cabinet where she would have things in it. You know, like all the best bits and bobs. All right, we know we could touch. Okay, sweetheart, stretching them in. Can I just say quickly before I do sit down? All right, darling. She's shown me an egg custard. So I don't know if she would have made egg custard or somebody would have liked egg custard, but you had to have the nutmeg on. All right, and I don't know who's having problems with her arm, darling, but at the minute I've got terrible pain within my arm. Right, thank you, because it's here when I turn and I can feel it, so we'll send Gillion around there as well, okay? Just before, I'm just saying I'm going to sit down. And there's also, darling, somebody what would have bad bunions. Was it this lady? I can't tell you exactly how she said it, but they're probably not having me back anyway, but... No, I've got bunions and I'm having told her. She would have slit side of her shoe because she's cutting the shoe. You know, for the bunion to come out of it. Thank you, because she's saying you need to split it and then you'd be all right. All right, darling, but there's so much love from this lady, a real lot, all right? Got to give you 3 as well. She's drawing me 3, so I know 3 is important to you, okay? And I've got to take you to the month of November for a passing. Will be a passing in the month of November. Whether it be family or a neighbour, darling, that would be a passing. Okay. And she's just saying, you can't go. Can I give you a daffodil? And she's only given me 1. All right. She's a bit mean, really, she's keeping them. But can I give you a daffodil, darling? And it's for the yellow, for the upliftment and the brightness. All right. And I'll send that out with this lady's love. You're welcome. I'm going to fall.
I think you've earned that sit down, I tell you.
No, there's somebody good dizzy, isn't there, darling? Somebody goes dizzy around you. If it's not yourself, you can understand if this lady or you go dizzy. Because that when yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Right. So,
Are you sure?
yeah, I was going right dizzy and it weren't me. I'm ready.
Are you ready? Yeah. Okay. I never get straight up after Jean because I always know there's at least 2 or 3 different things that are going to... I know, I'm just used to it now.
You're used to me, love.
I am, yeah. I've still got 2 links, but I know I've got to come to Linda at the back, if that's all right. Because he's not going to leave me alone until I've given you the message. So because I was focusing over here, and this voice just said, no, you're going to the back, so I've got to come to the back of the hall. So it's where to start, really. As I've got this gentleman coming through, it's just all from the heart. I work with the energy, and they come through, and he's coming through with just so much love and affection. So I know I've got Francis coming through that wants to connect with you. And as he's coming through, sweetheart, it's almost like, I know you've got your frame there, but he's got two crutches that he's putting under your arms, and he's saying, come on, you know, we can get through it. Come on, upliftment. And he's coming with so much energy that I can't keep him in check. He's just bombarding me. But you must understand 10 to 2 or 10 past 10 or something, because I can see the hands of the clock at the 10 and the 2, and I can't tell which way around they are. So it's either 10 past 10 or 10 to 2 that he wants to acknowledge for some reason. So I'll give you the 10 to 2 or whatever it is, but it's one of those 2 times. But he's talking as well about, I've got Libra tattooed on my arm, which is weighing scales. And he's talking about weighing up decisions. Somebody around you is really struggling with weighing up pros and cons of a situation. And he's saying, but we're talking ourselves round in circles. So, this list is telling me that I should do that. And then we're thinking ourselves round back to the other end. And he's saying, he's getting dizzy with it all. He's just saying they need to just slow down and really take their time and think through their options and just slow it down a bit, because it's like we're wanting to get to the X, Y's and Z's without going through the D, E, F's and G's yet. So just slow it down this time and make the right choice for whichever situation is coming through. Okay, would you understand a George? I don't normally get names, but I can hear George being shouted in. Don't know if he's Earth side of life or the other, but if it's Earth side of life, then it tends to mean that there's some thoughts or prayers needed in that direction. So if he's here, please remember him in your prayers. If he's the other side, he's saying hello. Okay, I know Jean's been talking about bunions and things, but he's putting your feet into hot water. So you would understand having issues with your feet, and he's a bit concerned. Not saying there's anything major, but he's just saying you need to look after them and make sure you get them seen to. Okay, I don't like teeth. Don't give me teeth. I know I've given you false teeth connected to Francis before, but somebody must be having issues with the teeth, because it's like I'm sitting in a dentist chair.
Yeah, uplifting.
Right, okay, that's fine. Then he's a bit behind the door with that one because he's been, but he's given me. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. He's talking about his final earthly journey. He's talking about, I don't know what you were discussing, but he's just saying it was brilliant to see all that laughter. So I don't know what part of the journey you were talking about or organising, but he said one person said something and then somebody said something, and it just deteriorated into a real belly laugh. And he's saying that was wonderful to see. And all right, Nick, you would understand issues around the chest. I don't know if he's talking about you or somebody close to you in
I understand,
the family,
yes.
But he's talking about issues with the chest. He's also, I've got issues in the lower back, but he's talking about issues with the lower back
Yes.
as well. He's giving me healing across there. He wants me to give you the 3 connection. I don't know if that's 3
I
children,
understand.
grandchildren, whatever, but he's talking about the 3 connection.
Yeah.
And he's also, somebody's broken something to do around the neck. So I don't know if a chain's been broken or something's been broken, but he's talking about
probably telling me to wear it more often.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
he's just put it around my neck, and it's like it's not there. It's slipping off.
Yes.
Sorry, that's me
fine.
misunderstanding the information
No, you're
he's
right.
given me. All right. Bell's whiskey.
Yes.
Bell's whiskey.
Yes.
Random, but there we go. And Mother's Ruin. What's Mother's Ruin? Gin. Mother's Ruin.
Yes.
He's just said, and tell him Mother's Ruin.
Yeah.
All right. I'll leave you with Mother's Ruin then. Would you understand cherry blossom, Linda?
Yeah.
Because he's just shut, like above your head, I just saw a canopy of cherry blossom. So there's cherry blossom. And is that Victor or Victoria? That's a film, isn't it? Victor and Victoria. I heard either Vicky or Vic. I don't know which one he's saying. I don't know if it's Victor or a Vic or a Victoria.
Victoria.
I don't know. I just
I'll
heard
tell
it.
you
If you
later.
can't place it,
I can.
I do apologise.
No,
but-
I know. I know
All
what
right.
he's talking about.
Okay. And I don't know. He's talking about somebody who got lines at school. No, come on, work with me a bit closer then. It's okay. He's just showing me pages and pages of lines. The same thing written over and over and over again. Right. Nick is saying you wrote something and you wrote it over and over and over again because you couldn't get it right.
Yes.
Right. He's okay. I think I know what he's talking about. He said you could have stood there and said whatever. It wouldn't have made anything any different. You said it from the heart, so whatever it was, it would have been right.
Thank you.
Okay. Right. As he's leaving, I've got like a Russian doll, and he's putting it together, and then he's gathering it back up, and then he's putting it and gathering it back up. So I don't know if it's symbolic or literally somebody played with a Russian doll, but we're taking it apart and putting it back together, and we're taking it apart.
Yes. Symbolic.
It is. Yeah. Okay. I'll leave his love with you, and thank you so much for working with me, the pair of you. And okay.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's good.
No. Do you mind if I give one
No,
more?
that's what I'm saying. Can I just quickly to Nick? I'm not standing up, but Tony, talking to you again. I'm sorry for going in and just jumping in.
That's
out
how they
end.
work with us. So.
And I've got to give you, the train station, the clock's on the train station, but I'm going back like the steam train.
Yes.
I've got to give you one of them for some reason.
Thank you.
All right, they just said, well, I'll give him that. And somebody used to collect pipes, and I've got a pipe rack,
Thank you.
and they've
Yes.
got pipes. I'm sorry, Tony,
No,
but it's
fine.
as if, well, he had said that. This is what they're doing. The little bits, what they're saying he's forgot.
Yeah.
No, I didn't forget it. He showed me a pipe and then took it away again
Well, that's
before I
reason.
could
Yeah.
get a link with
Yeah,
it.
I
So,
get it.
so we left
So
it for you to
I'll
say.
leave you with them.
Thank
Go
you.
on then, darling.
Can I? Don't you sit down. I'll talk to you when we get back to the hotel if I feel like it. The lady in the grey top. Yeah. Yeah. Can I speak to you, please, sweetheart? Right. Because as I was talking to Linda at the back, in the corner of my eye, you were really lighting up for me. So, but it's a bit like I've got the connection with you, but the phone's still ringing in the world of spirit. So just bear with me a minute because they're coming in really slowly. I have a gentleman and a lady that want to connect with you, but they've come through together. So there would have been a connection with them while they were outside of life, either husband and wife or brother and sister, but there's a link between this lady and gentleman that want to come and speak to you. And as they're connecting with me, they are coming through with a lot of love and a lot of family bond, so that they're really close to you and the family, if you understand, please. And I don't know which order they went in, but they're saying there wasn't that long between them, if you would understand. They didn't have to wait long for the next one. Okay. You all right, sweetheart? Yeah. Oh, okay. You know the prayer Nick was talking about we don't ask that you move the mountain, just give us the strength to climb. Can I just say to you, sweetheart, you need so much strength at the moment to get over some of the mountains that have been chucked in your path. Would you understand that? And it's like, you sometimes feel like, well, I've only just got over that one, don't give me another one. But it's there, and you've got to get over that, and you think, I'm never going to get a break. But please understand that they're doing everything they can from the world of spirit to support you in it, all right? Can you understand, please, where a trust's been broken? Because they've just shown me a twig and snapped it, and that's usually their sign for me that somebody's broken a trust somewhere along the line, or there's a relationship that can never quite be the same again. You understand that? Thank you. They change how they work with me at times, and sometimes it means one thing one week and they've changed it the next, so please bear with me. Okay. Would you understand? No, not you, would you? You must be able to understand where there's either hospital visits or doctor's visits around you for somebody, because they're pulling my sleeve up because I was in hospital yesterday and they're saying somebody around you's having either visits or tests for something. No. It's something recent, because they're bringing it to me as if it's a recent thing where somebody's having things done. All right. Okay. I'm trying to get a bit of proof, a bit more proof of who I've got with me, because they're not this bombarding me. Right. You must understand somebody who would have had issues across the chest in the world of spirit, and I feel this is connected around a gentleman, or the gentleman that stepped forward, because it's like there's a belt pulled tight across my chest, either heart, lungs, or... Oh, he's pulling something on my chest. Right, just wait 1 second. Right. Don't think family. There's somebody outside of the family that's standing here, because I don't feel the family bond, but I feel this tightness across the chest and a quick pass into spirit, because it's like we've just switched the lights off. No? Okay. I'll just see if I've got the same link, just bear with me. You would understand where there's the younger one. I see people on family links, but he's going down a generation from yourself. Actually, no, sorry. Are you three all connected? Yeah. The lady in the middle, can I? Right. Yeah. I'm going down the generation from you, and I want to acknowledge the younger one who was a bit lost earlier on in their life, but they've pulled it round, because I've put my thumbs up and said they're so proud of how they've turned things around, and they've really pulled together and are steaming ahead with their life. It's like there were jigsaw pieces that didn't quite fit, and then all of a sudden their life seemed to click together and make sense, and they found the right path, the right career, the right partner, that type of thing. It's funny because it was all, you could understand everything, so why have they switched it? Would anybody else on this side understand the information I've given off? Because it's unusual, I normally...
No, don't you?
Yeah. Right. Right. I'll try one more and then I'll break the link and see if Jean's got it. Okay. Would you understand a Robert or a Bob? Right. So you've got a Robert. Robert's still here. That's fine. That's fine. Right. But you don't understand the hospital appointments, connections. Right. Okay. Well, I'll pull that back and I'll see if Jean's got something, and then. No.
I'm sorry, Lynn, I've just got to give you a guitar. They're not letting me go. I'm sat here playing a guitar. So you must be able to understand, sweetheart, somebody who plays guitar or would have played a guitar.
Yes.
That's all right. I'm getting rid of that then now because they won't leave me alone. And can I just give you, the bird's eye man with
Yes.
fish fingers?
Yes.
And that's the only way I can describe it. I'm sorry if it's Sunday, little close, but they've just given me fish finger man. And I said, well, what's that in the bird's eye?
Yeah.
As long as you can understand, I'm sorry they
I'll
won't
show you
leave
a
you
picture
both
later.
tonight, will they? I'll see if I can get the link with you in a minute, okay? I will do. Can I talk to you, please, next to Michael? All right, darling, so I've got a lovely gentleman what comes at the side of you. And as he's looking at me, I've got to say, he would be a bit taller than myself. I'm 5'4", should be 5'6", but hospital shrink me every time I go. So he'd be taller than myself. I don't know if he'd be about, I don't know, how much the 6 foot, but he'd be tall. Okay, sweetheart. And he would carry the little bit of weight, but not a lot. But I do know this gentleman would have lost some weight as well. Okay, because he's putting me a belt on and I'm fastening my belt as if I've got to fasten it tight. Okay, can you understand a gentleman like that, please? Thank you. Because as he's coming in, but as he says I'm fastening my belt, he says you can understand where somebody needs to fasten the belt, but that he's talking about the money. We say purse, don't we? But he says, no, they need to fasten the belt, so I know that's money. All right, as he's coming in, darling, I've got this gentleman, he were a nice gentleman, but he were straight to the point. He weren't one of these what mucked about, a bit like Tony says to our Reverend Lynn there. And he's straight to the point where he says, once he said it, that were it. Put a cross under it, put that line under it, and let's forget about it. Okay, but he's saying at the moment, I don't know what it is, darling, but there's something you need to say. Can you understand that? You've done it? She's done it. Because that's what we're on about. You needed to say it. All right. But he's given me the crossroads as well, sweetheart, so I don't know that if it's not yourself, somebody's coming to crossroads and they're a bit confused. They don't know where to go or where to turn. They don't know, shall I go that way, up? And they're just saying, would you give them that bit of guidance, please?
Yes, she knows how to do it.
Right, that's fine. Like I say, I don't know what they're talking about. They just give it us to give to you. But they want that bit of guidance, and that's how he wants to do it, okay? And I've got smell of smoke, so I don't know you can understand the person who used to smoke.
Same person.
Is it the same one? I couldn't smell it on like that. Normally I get him here when I could smell smoke on him, and I couldn't. But there's that as well. But they're talking about somebody down here. All right. What? I don't know how to put that properly. Who's a bit of I'm going to say cheeky smoker. People don't think they smoke, but they do.
Right, okay.
I've got to be careful.
Yeah, I can understand where that comes from.
Can you understand it? 'Cause I'm trying to be really
Yeah.
careful here. But they're just saying they think they don't, but they
I
do.
spoke to somebody last week and I didn't realise that they smoked and
All right, thank you, sweetheart. I haven't put cat amongst pigeons there because they're all about that as well. But can I say that they're sending healing as well to you, darling, because you need healing as well. Okay, I've got the gentleman, I don't know if it's the same one, but the energy seems the same, but would have had a stroke or there was something to do with one side of the body.
it's a different name.
It's a different one. Right, thank you, because it's as if I've had 2 strokes, but it's as if I'm weak all on downside, and I feel as though, bless them, they wouldn't have got the full strength back neither. Once it took it, they didn't get the strength back, and this is, I'm having to want to hold to move things. Am I all right, study here? I don't want to knock anybody over, or bottles, because that's how I'm feeling, as if I'm wobbling and I need to be holding on to something all the time. All right. I've got to give you the month of September, sweetheart, for a birthday, and they keep saying September. Thank you. So I've got to give you that. But can you, all right, darling, I've got the 25th, so I don't know if it's the 25th of September or 25th means something else. 24th. Oh, I'm not usually a day wrong, but I'll have that. I'm not usually a day wrong if they usually give me straight dates in what usually gets a day wrong. Okay. And I know I said about somebody having a stroke, darling, on this, But there's also, I don't know, they keep telling me it's you though, having pins and needles, darling, in yams. Your daughter, you're close, aren't you then? Because I've got really bad pins and needles, especially in this hand. Okay, darling, they're fetching that. And somebody who took a ring off and it never got put back on.
She's taken hers off because of the pins in it.
Right. Well, they're telling me it's not getting put back on, sweetheart. That's up to her, but there must be a reason. Right, that's fine, all right, because they're fetching that in. And I've got bad neck ache as well. So they're saying, will somebody change the pillar? I've got neck ache and they're saying it's pillars. You want sorting out on pillars? Okay, sweetheart. And I know I gave that lady over there a cup of tea, but I've just got to give you a pint. And I don't drink. I don't even know what. somebody's on about a car or learning to drive. You? Keep off road.
No. Congratulations.
Oh, congratulations. So you can understand about passing and wanting a car then, all right? Because she's talking about what she knows about that, sweetheart, okay? So she's coming in with that for you as well. I know my mum's Elsie, but can you understand Elsie, please? I know Elsie's an old-fashioned... Oh, no, we're not talking now. Yeah, no, not sure. No, I've just had my mum, and my mum's Elsie, so I'm not changing that. I'm not changing names because I've heard my mum and my mum's Elsie. Remember, I've given you Elsie because everything else fits. All right, might have been the name when you were kids, but please remember that. I've got to give you all a packet of sweets, so I know this lady would have had sweets and she would have given them round. All right, because I've got a packet of sweets and I've got to give them your all. Okay, and she's, we ran about this, weren't we? What to call them? I've forgotten now. Rhubarb.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got to give you some rhubarb. Somebody must like rhubarb. Thank you, because she's just given me a stick of rhubarb. All right, darling, so you can have your stick of rhubarb. All right, I am going to leave you because this lady now, she's got in and she didn't want to go, but she's got to. So I'm going to give you a stick of rhubarb, sweetheart, all right? And somebody's after a new pet, whether it be... All right, because she's talking about that. No, she's not telling me what it is. Oh, I didn't say I didn't say, she just said somebody's talking about it. I didn't say you've got to buy one. But she knows about that as well, sweetheart. And I've got to say, and I'm not predicting or anything like that, but you're used to getting your own way.
Yes.
All right. So, I don't know what. She's used to it. All right then, darling. And look after a ring. One of you. Has one of you lost a ring, or there's something to do with the ring?
I've got a ring, yeah.
You've got a ring then, sweetheart. Well, will you be careful with it? Don't lose it, will you? All right. And I'll send a night to you all then.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You ready, Mr. Swindells?
One more. Okay.
Yeah, just fix it. We lost connection.
Ooh.
So she obviously doesn't like being online and didn't like computers.
Well, that's all right, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I stood with back on the country road. So you got that. Bridget Jones.
Sorry, all right. Lady at the back, can I speak to you, please, with the lovely necklace?
Yeah.
Okay. Are the lady that's connecting with you and the lady's connecting with a very strong maternal feel for me, so mother, grandmother, but I'm on that line. And I've got a very strong lady coming through because I feel her energy and I feel the personality and I just feel like she's here and she wants to make herself known. So she's got a lot of oomph about her, this lady. I don't know how tall I don't see the physicality like Jean does, but I feel a lot of energy. So either she was a large personality or she was quite a tall lady, large personality, because there's lots of energy there. All right, but she's saying you take after her in a lot of ways because you've got a bubbly, upbeat personality. But she's saying sometimes it's a facade as such, and sometimes it's like the smile's there, but it's like makeup. You know, really, I'm feeling a bit all right. But she's just making me aware that she knows about it. And she's giving you what I call lavender energy. I like purple, can't you tell? My hair was the same colour as Chase's at one point, but I get lavender energy for upliftment and support, and she's giving you so much of that. It's unreal, all right? But like Nick's prayer, you've got the strength. You can overcome what's in front of you. But you are very in tune with spirit as well. But she's saying it's nice that there's somebody else to tell you. So you're aware of this yourself, but it's nice for somebody else to stand and tell you that you've got that connection, and it is the spirit world that are connecting with you. Would you understand the recent passing as well? Recent for me is between now and 5 years. And I've got a gentleman that's connecting with me, and the only way I can describe it is this gentleman had a lot of troubles in his life, and they never quite got over them and got them resolved, bless him. And I just feel like the highs were high, but the lows were really low. And he's just saying it was what it was. But now he's free of all of that and he can fly free. That's it. I don't normally say it like that, do I?
No.
But it's just saying I can fly free. So he's free of everything that was shackling him down on the earth plane. Okay. You would understand why he's referring me to the month of September. Yeah. And I also want to go back to August as well, because he's talking about the month of August has been significant around and about you as well. All right. He wants, oh gosh, he's saying he's with all of the gang now, so there must be a few of them in the world of spirit, and he's found them all. All right. But he's saying they're also around the gang down here, so there must be still a few left down here, and they still get together now and again, and he's saying he's connecting with them as well. He's talking about the big event to come, so either end of this year, beginning of next year, but he's talking about either a big birthday or a big anniversary, one of them horrible ones that starts with C. I don't do that. I'm staying at 25.
Oh dear.
What? Can be if I want. All right. Okay. I know you've got the gong thing, but the gong bath. I was going to say gong shower there, it's bath. But I can hear chanting. Would you understand some connection with chanting? Because I can hear it resonating, and it's quite...
I'm sorry, but you're getting a bit close to it, in there.
I can always claim it was an accident then, can't I? All right. My glasses keep sliding down my face. You must understand a lady in the spirit world who's lost weight prior to our transition because my glasses don't feel like they fit on my face anymore. All right. And her teeth were too big for him. She must have had some false teeth. I can't stand them. His dad just plonked his in my hand. I don't know what it is, I just don't like them, but her teeth felt a bit too big for her face as well because they just didn't fit anyone. Would you understand, please, somebody squeezing a hand prior to her passing and stroking a hand? Right, because it's as if somebody's stroking my hand and comforting me as I'm taking my final transition. And she wants to blow you a kiss for that and say it really helped to know that somebody was connecting with her on the earth side of life. You would understand somebody kissing her on the forehead as well either when they went to see her or they kissed her. All right, oh bless you. And she said she liked her outfit. So whatever she was dressed in, she's saying she really liked it. Whatever it was, you chose well. So, I'm just hearing all my mum's old records like Connie Francis and Barbra Streisand, and so somebody must have liked all of that sort of music back in the day because I can hear it coming through. And I've got the words to the old rugged cross coming through as well. So right, okay, that's fine. As long as you understand that. I want to leave you with Lily of the Valley, and I spoke about that earlier, didn't I? It's Lily of the Valley. But also, I've got hyacinths, so all the fragrances and things. So, would you understand somebody who works with oils? Because they're all really fragrant and essential oils. All right, okay, because I can smell them, that's all, and it's like a beautiful smell. And okay, she's just put a teacup and saucer in front of me, so she must have had her own cup and saucer. All right. Right, okay, bless you, that's fine. But she is talking about her tea set, so her tea set must have been in the family. Bless you. Oh, bless you. She's talking about the tea set then, and it's passing on. So I will leave her tea set with you and say, God bless you so much and thank you for working with me. Bless you. Thank you.
Tony and G. It's not very often that I don't have much to say, but all I will say is, hey, behave yourself. All I will say is the truth points to itself and the evidence speaks for itself. So from all of us, thank you both so very, very much.
You're welcome.
Now is the time in our service where we will have, of course, our closing prayer. And then we will be handing, of course, over to Bully Corner. We have to prepare ourselves for that. It gets bigger and bigger each week. But I really, really do want to thank everybody for being part of tonight. Faces that I've seen so many times and never actually met, and new faces that have come back for more, you brave, brave souls, and friends that have kept us going all the way through. It's mind-blowing and wonderful. And of course, do have a word with Tracy and Stephen about the gong bath, because I think that's just wonderful. But a big thank you from all of us. Rev Tony Swindells and Jean Pearson. I will say that it's the first time ever that we've lost signal from the village hall or in any online service that we have had where the signal has completely gone to spirit itself. I will say, based on the history of this church, that was more luck than judgment. Because when we first began, we used to have music, we had a radio, we changed the radio and the stereo about 20 or 30 times to try and make it work. But it would always end up breaking and never working properly because they used to really, really mess up the technology that came in here. I've been praying very, very hard that they do not damage my laptop. So they have looked after me thus far. But seriously, friends, thank you all for your ongoing and enduring support. It is very much appreciated from all of us here each week, but also I know the hundreds and thousands of spirit people that fill this hall every Thursday night and fill your lives every moment of every day, because just because you're going away from this place today, it doesn't mean to say that they're staying here for a party on the stage. They'll be going with you. So you have to bring them back to us each week so that we can prove that life is indeed eternal. And do take that word out into the world. Share your truth. Share what you have witnessed. Drag people kicking and screaming. Hit them over the head and drag them. No, I'm joking. But do tell your friends that there is a revolution of religion, an epoch of energy going on every Thursday in Littleport Village Hall. And of course, in all the other spiritualist churches, but particularly our church. But do spread the word. Tell your friends. We're here. We're going nowhere. And we will be here every Thursday night. And we will, of course, be back next week when we will be welcoming Mother. Who's the medium? Well, while we do the closing... While we do the closing prayer, Mum can have a look and join in the prayer from a distance, and then I'll tell you who it is next week. But of course, the wonderful thing about Spirit is they always raise the vibrations with love and laughter. And I've got no problem, as you will see in a few minutes, with people having fun at my expense. So let's join together as we say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, we thank you indeed for the opportunity to come together as friends, as you shine your light and your truth from that wondrous eternal realm of upliftment and love and peace, hoping upon hope that we may see that reflection of love and make it a reality here in this place in which we live. As we go out into the world, Great Spirit, I ask for that blessing that love and that light to shine on each person here present, all of those people watching at home and all of those people that will watch in the future. That love and that light might shine like a web around the world. And we say, as ever, and in particular this week, dear Lord, when in times of difficulty, when the path is too hard, we do not ask you to move the mountain. Just give us the strength to climb. And let us keep climbing, Great Spirit, until we meet again, which as ever will be in your name. Amen.
Amen.
And of course, the medium for next week is Dora Sheridan. So that was really seamless, that one, wasn't it? You'd never have noticed that I hadn't asked already. Well, friends, now is, of course, another moment where I'm going to hand over to Raffle Corner, to Samantha and Hannah, because Tony and I need to go and get ready for our part in the raffle. So if you bring that, or we'll go into the bar. And so, ladies and gentlemen, get your raffle tickets ready. It's over to Sam and Hannah. Can you yell us when it's for the special part?
Yeah, sure.
803. Seven, nine, three.
793, anyone?
Somebody's got to cut it.
Oh, you've got to. Oh.
Just got the sweets.
Right, okay. 1.
Eight, 2, 0.
820.
820.
Here is 725. 725.
725.
No, but you can draw it again.
Oh,
You can draw it again.
okay.
Here is 823. 823.
823. Oh, no, instead it's 3 now. Sorry. It's 4.
3 left.
Yeah. I thought one of them was just like left on there.
830.
830.
830, anyone?
Yeah, it's me, but that's kind of.
I just thought it was people like.
13, 4.
764.
764, anyone?
Yeah. Yeah. Very good. 8, 8,
808.
808. Yep, that's the last one.
That's the last one.
Hannah, what time is it?
Ready? Play the music, come on.
Suits you, Tony, I've got to say, definitely suits you.
Special prize.
An evening.
71081.
It's got to be for me. I wouldn't have said because mine's 7-11. It's not really that, it's the night out with one of them and I won't bother.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bully's Prize Corner, Sarah Hannah. A wondrously uplifting thank you to Jack, my maestro. Mum down the back, thank you very much. To Andy, the master of camera. To all of you for joining us this wonderful uplifting night. And one big thank you, of course, to Rev Tony
And Nick for sharing tonight.
Friends, ladies, gentlemen, countrymen, gentlemen, yeah, there's two blooming right. Thank you. God bless you all. May the peace of the Great Spirit go with you all. And because he's been here, and because it's about time I said it, God bless you all. Good night. The kitchen is now open. Until next week, God bless. Hit it, maestro.